Good morning, team. Welcome to day 326 of the 5 a.m. Squat Club, the place where busy men and busy dads build the lives they know they're meant for. We start by priming our minds, training our bodies with intensity, and then making progress. This isn't just about getting stronger, it's about becoming more capable, being able to get on the floor, move well, play with your kids. Today, functional core strength. First, we're going to train our minds by choosing our first thoughts. Let's get after it. All right, so where we start every day in the 5 a.m. Squat Club is in a squat. We're going to open our minds and open our hips. So what we're looking at, this dog's going to block it, but you want your feet underneath your hips, heels on the ground, and we're just going to sit down in this passive squat. If you feel like you're going to fall over backwards, you can grab onto something like a dog or a dumbbell or a weight out in front. And while we're here, what we're going to do is what's called mental reps or affirmations while we set our breath. So if you follow the animation on the right there, we're going to do a box breath. It'll be a 4-second inhale, a 4-second hold, a 4-second exhale, and then a 4-second hold again while I go over the mental reps. So follow the breathing. And the first one is I am responsible. And that means that I will take ownership for my life, and I'm not going to blame external circumstances for my lack of progress or for my failures. I'm going to take ownership and accountability for them. Because then I know that if I want to get somewhere, I've got the opportunity, I've got the ability. Next is I will make time between stimulus and response. And that's just about being patient with the people around you and really with yourself. So whenever a stimulus comes in, especially one that could potentially rile you up, can you take a minute, breathe, and then give a response that's going to be the best situation? Next is I have all I need to succeed today and will focus on progress over perfection. If you focus only on perfection, you never take step one. So if I focus on just moving forwards 1% better every day, then it gives me the freedom to start. And once you start, you'll realize that you have the tools to take that step. And that step will build the tools to take the next step, and so on and so forth. So take the step and start, and you'll notice that you can make progress. And then the last one is I choose gratitude. Because if I only see the negative, I will see more negative, and life sucks. So if I can focus, or if you can focus on the things that are already good, the things that you're happy about, the things that are great in your life, you will see more of them. All right, so mindset primed, thoughts focused for the day. Next step, let's start moving the body. Okay. So, if you are new here, the first thing we do on the 5 a.m. Squat Club is get up off the floor. We've gotten up out of our bed, and now it's time to move off the floor. So what that's going to look like is 2 minutes of column burpees, column get down, get ups. This is just starting up the engine. You're looking at getting your hands on the ground, getting your body down, laying it fully down, and then getting back up and getting a little celebration at the top to celebrate the fact that you're able to do so, especially at 5 a.m. So don't worry about it being fast. You can walk them down and walk them back up. We're just aiming to start slow, pick it up as we go. What we're doing here is using this functional movement, right? This burpee is a necessary movement for human independent living. You need to be able to get up off the floor, especially if you've got kids, or if you're older and you risk falling. And then second, it's a great movement, low impact, to start turning up the body, to start turning up the heart rate, increasing the body temperature and lubricating the joints to get us moving in a safe and efficient way for today. And what we've got today is a core day. Once a week, we'll take a day to do a little more lower intensity, kind of active recovery, prep the body for the week. And today, we're gonna do that in the form of a core day. So we're just gonna do some midline work, but not your typical kind of crunches and sit-ups. We're gonna move them around a little bit, getting on the ground and building some capacity with the midline so that you can be more capable in your real life. So another 30 seconds of burpees here. Keep her moving. Morning, Mr. Terry. How are we feeling this morning? If you're with us in the warm-up, let me know in the comments or in the chat how we're feeling, what time we got to bed last night, and maybe how many days, what day this is for you of the 5 a.m. squat club. I was in bed, might have been, oh, there we go, might have been 8:45 last night. Morning, Jody. And we're feeling pretty good today. Day 326. All right, next step, if you don't like jumping first thing in the morning, feel free to go with just a step. Standing march. Otherwise, we're gonna go with some jumping jacks. Get about 15 to 20 here. Just bouncing around on the balls of the feet. Taking the hands overhead and then behind you. So working on a little coordination, a little bit of mobility in the shoulders, a little bit of ankle prep. A few more of those, and then we're gonna go to our inchworm. All right, so next one, we're gonna widen out the feet, outside of shoulder width, bring the hands to the floor. We're gonna walk ourselves forward into a tight plank position, thinking about squeezing the abs and butt and legs, and then walking it back, taking a stand in between, and then resetting. Walking it back out, and back up. Mr. Terry, 12:30 a.m. Woo! Crazy early, mister. How do you feel? How we feel? He says 10. Jody, how you doing this morning? What time do we get to bed and how are we feeling? Excited for a little change of pace this morning. Do something a little different. Core day. But we're still maintaining the habit, being consistent, and obviously we're gonna do our homework as we wanna maintain progress. All right, next one, we're gonna go with a leg swing. So feel free to support yourself on the wall with a hand, or if you wanna try this without, feel free to go freestanding. Doesn't need to be anything crazy. We're just warming up the body, right? Just getting some range of motion. Posterior chain when that leg's out in front, and anterior when it's behind you. Getting at least 10 swings per side. Our range of motion, or at least our intensity, is gonna be a little lower for today. So a little less concerned about getting a real good warm-up in. Today's workout will be a good kind of warm-up for us as well. Not gonna leave you feeling beat up, just refreshed, ready to go. 10 cycles on this side as well. All right, and then next one, we're gonna come back into our plank position, and we're gonna take one foot outside the hands, drop that back knee down to the floor, and if this is a lot, you could just hang out here. Otherwise, you could take the elbow that's closest to the bent knee, work it down towards the floor as close as you can get it, and then reach that hand to the ceiling and twist out a little bit. So elbow to the floor, hand to the ceiling. Let's get at least 5 cycles of that. Ooh, feeling a little stiff from yesterday's sandbag workout. If you didn't give that a go, give that a try from yesterday. 10 minutes, as many cleans plus squats. So a clean, a squat, repeat as many times as you can, 10 minutes. It was a good one. Let's go ahead and switch sides if you haven't. Oh, there's some tension. We're waking up the hips, waking up the body, elbow to the floor, hand to the ceiling. At least another 5 cycles on that side. Try to steady the breathing while you go. You can go in the nose, out the mouth. Should start feeling a little bit warm by now. Maybe a little sticky, a little warm in the joints. Okay, from there, we're gonna come into our squat, into our passive, call it paleo squat position. Excuse me, from there, we're gonna grab our toes with our hands and then pull up against the toes. Pull the chest up proud. Knees are pressed out, chest is up tall. Should feel some tension maybe in the low back. And then from there, we're gonna reverse. We're gonna drop the chin, drop the chest, raise the hips up. Try to maintain contact between the thighs and the chest. And then drop the hips back down, pull the chest up. And we're gonna get 5 cycles there, at least. At least 5. Starting to feel warm. It's working. We're on our way, team. Really fight for that bottom position. Pull the chest up. A couple more here. And then we'll move on to our kind of last warm-up movement with the PVC. And then it's core day. Hamstrings are a little tight, not too bad this morning. Pretty good. Let me know in the chat if anything's feeling stiff or we're feeling good. Give me a score out of 5 out of 10. So from 5 to 10 about how we're feeling. Okay, so PVC next. Grab that thing with a wide grip, straight arms, and you're trying to bring it all the way back around the shoulders. If the elbows want to bend on this, then widen out that grip a little bit more. You can hang out with the bar just behind you, or just move up and down through that range of motion, above the shoulders, below the shoulders. You'll notice that that's where the majority of the tension is in this motion. Try to breathe into it, loosen it up. A few more of those guys up and down. And then we'll get in a few squats. I'm gonna take this overhead, but you don't need to. You could put it on your back, you could put it on the floor. We're just gonna get a quick set of squats here. So feet are underneath the shoulders, maybe a slight turn out of the toes. Hips are gonna go down and back while the knees come out to stay in line with the feet. I wanna get the hips below the knees, the bottom, and then stand it back up. Let's get 10 or so there. Focusing on range of motion. Focusing on quality of movement, keeping those heels on the floor. Arches maintained in the feet. Chest up proud. Gotta get some squats in, obviously. On the squat club. All right, whoa, hopefully I didn't hit the mic there. All right, so take another minute. Finish up that warm up. Hit the thumbs up button. We're gonna get started in just 1 minute here. Where are we this morning, team? Where is everybody? All right. If you're a dad and you feel stiff, tight, or not as capable as you should be, this is for you. It's not about abs. This is about being able to get down, move, stay strong while you're playing with the kids. We're going plank to crab, hollow rocks, wood choppers, pillars march. 12 minutes, functional core work. Let's go. So what we've got here today is 12 minutes. Simple. 4 different movements, and we're going every minute on the minute, cycling through those 4 movements 3 times each. Correct. Those 4 movements are going to be a plank to crab transition. I'm going to go over them all with scaling options. Just make sure I know them. Hollow rocks, wood choppers, and then, what's the last one? Pillars march. So, if you want, grab a mat, but don't need that for the first one. So the first one, plank to crab. What we're doing here is just moving around through space, seeing if we have the coordination to do so. So we're going from a plank position. You're gonna lift your right hand and your left foot, and we're gonna transition to a crab. You're gonna lift that hand and foot back up, come back to the plank, and you can alternate right shoulder, left hand, left shoulder, right foot. You get the idea, but going from plank to crab, plank to crab, back and forth, keeping the midline tight as you move through space. Number 2 is a hollow rock. This one I definitely will use a mat for because it hurts my butt. What you're looking at here, and I'll show you a few options. This is our full hollow rock, where the body is fully extended, hips are open, torso is a little bit flexed, so the back is a little bit rounded, and you hold that hard, solid piece while you rock back and forth. If that's not accessible, option 2 is the same thing, but with one knee bent, and you do half of them on one side, half of them on the other. Next option is a full tuck, and then the final option is legs straight up, hands on the shins. You just want to make a smooth rocking motion. You don't want to clunk. Number 3, our wood chopper. And you can do this with no equipment if you want. You can do this with, say, a water bottle or a dumbbell or whatever. What you're thinking, strong stance, and you're gonna take that weight down to the side below the hip and then drive up like you're hitting a golf ball. Turn the hips and then chop, and you can chop both ways. Getting some rotation through the core, resisting it. Feel free to use, a dumbbell or a little bit of weight for that as well. And then our last one is a pillars march. And this is basically a dynamic plank. So I'll give a few options, but first option is you're gonna start in your plank position, ab squeeze, butt squeeze. You're gonna come down to the elbows and then back up to the hands. I like to alternate it, so if I start with the left, I'll go with the right on the next one. And you're going up and down, trying not to move the hips too much. So I don't want them bouncing around. I want them to stay pretty stable as I go through. If that's not accessible, do the same thing from the knees. Squeeze the butt, squeeze the abs, elbows, hands, elbows, hands. And you're just moving through those positions back and forth for as much of the minute as you think you can maintain. Right, we've got 4 movements, 12 minutes. You may be able to go for the whole minute, transition whole minute, but you may want to take a little break. So maybe 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, maybe 40. Choose what's appropriate, modify as necessary as we go. So, that's not what I want. So we are gonna go 12 minutes. All right, what do we need here? Maybe take the shirt off. All right, team, we are pretty much ready, so let me know if you've got any questions or comments, and then we're moving.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot.
All right, so quick refresher. We are going. We're going 12 minutes. First minute, plank to crab transitions. Second minute, wood hollow rocks. Third minute, wood choppers. Fourth minute, pillars march. 3 times through on the minute. Let's do it. Me and you, Jody. Okay. Let's do this. Good. 10 seconds. So plank to crab is first. 3, 2, 1. So you're just shifting from that plank position to the crab. Moving around on the wrists, ankles. Like switch it up. Good for the shoulders. Keep those abs on.
Didn't say anything negative, cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase the face it? I don't give up quick, I don't give up.
Second is hollow rocks.
Cause I know that I want it,
10
know that I'm on
seconds.
it, I'll make it, I promise.
3, 2, 1. I'm definitely not gonna go for the whole minute on this one. This one will be hard. Good morning, Frank. Join us. Oh, there's 20. Five. 10 seconds. Wood chopper's next.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go ahead.
Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about, have your cloud, it be raining now. I keep making sound, go another round, some legend bound, can't stop me now. Slow burn like a disease. Tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you believe. Just tell me that I can.
15. Pillars march next. 3, 2, 1. So you're going from plank to plank.
Didn't say anything negative, cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss
30.
lots. That's how you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase that, face it? I don't give
15.
up, I don't give up, I won't give up this. Cause I know that I want it, know that I'm on it, I'll make it, I
Going
promise.
back to plank to crab next. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Whew. Just 30 seconds. $15 seconds. 10. I don't know, I said 15 there. Alright, back to hollow rocks.
Please tell me that I can't, that I
2,
won't, that I fail, that I'll never
1.
make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good. Fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts. I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong. I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be stepping out, call it word of mouth. Can't put it down, I'll be getting loud.
Whoa.
Making every douse, not what I'm about.
Abs are screaming right now, team.
Now. I keep making sound.
Keep it up.
Round. I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
Oh my god. Wood choppers in 10. Woo. 3, 2, 1.
Cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off.
30 seconds.
I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase, let's face it. I don't give up quick, I don't give up, I won't give up this. Cause I know that I want it, know that I'm
15.
on it, I'll make it, I promise.
Pillars march next. 2, 1, go. Back to your plank. Elbow, elbow, hand, hand. Fifteen seconds. One more round.
Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah.
3, plank to crab. 2, 1,
full of every single doubt,
go.
yeah. Please say any negative thoughts. I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong. I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth. Can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can never douse, not what I'm about. Have your cloud, it be raining now. I keep making sound, go another round. I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
30. $15. All the rocks next. This last round, team. Keep it up. 5, 3, 2, 1. Nice and smooth rock.
Cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase, let's face it.
20 seconds.
I don't give up quick, I don't give up, I won't give up this. Cause I know that I want it, know that I'm on it, I'll make it, I promise.
10. Ooh. Wood chops. Second last one. 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds. Keep that midline tight.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the
Pillars
bad, never good,
march.
fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah.
3,
Please say any negative
2,
thoughts, I pop off when I
1.
hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong. I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down. I'll be getting loud, you can have it douse, not what I'm about. Have your cloud, it be raining now. I keep making sound, go another round. I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
Keep it up, team. Last one. $20. 10. 3, 2, 1. Wow. Abs are on fire. Great job, team. There you go, 12 minutes, functional midline capacity. This is gonna help you protect your back, decrease the risk of back injuries, allow you to get down, be more mobile, play with your kids. If you like this, consider hitting that thumbs up button. Join us every day. Woo-wee. How was that, team? I feel it. Also, it smells like there's something on fire in here. That baseboard heater's burning off some dust. All right. You were ready for a fourth round. You can do a fourth round, Jody. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. All right. I feel like you're probably gonna do some extra work anyways. Get that barbell out probably. All right, you know what? Let's get the PVC here. Chest could be a little bit tight from those. Let's do two things. First, we're gonna do a little ab stretch. So we're gonna get an upward dog basically. So from the floor, just go ahead and push up to a locked out elbow, squeeze the abs, and try to extend the chest up a little bit to get a pull through the front there. We'll hang out there for a sec. And this is typically our active recovery day, Sundays. And I figure this fits in there well because we're not gonna leave this one being sore. A good opportunity to just get a little bit of midline work. Like, yeah, it was burning during, but you're not gonna feel beat up from that tomorrow. So this may be where we go, every second week or so. We'll do some intervals and we'll do some core. Probably mess around with some different formats on Sundays. And if you guys have any ideas, if you have things that you want to try, just let me know. You can let me know on Instagram or on school or just in the comments here on YouTube. If there's something you want to try on an active recovery day, let me know. But as I often say on active recovery day, it's partially about resetting the body and getting back to a place where the body feels good that you can attack the next week's workouts. But at the same time, and potentially more important, is we're just building the habit. We're building a system that doesn't let us fall off our rhythm. So let's just do this. Let's grab our PVC with a nice wide grip and just take it back behind you. Open up the shoulders a little bit from those pillars marches and the plank to what is that called? Tabletop crab. Plank to crab. So as I'm saying, the more important than the physical, at least any one workout, is the habit, is the consistency of showing up every day and moving. Because it's really, once you break that habit, it's just so much harder to maintain consistency. So really, we are about discipline. We're about making sure that we're here every day so that we build that mental capacity to take on anything, right? If you believe in yourself, if you say to yourself, hey, I'm gonna do this thing, and then you follow through, you develop more and more faith in yourself, and you develop more confidence that you can accomplish the things that you set your mind to. So really, this is about building that mindset that I can take on any challenge because, I told myself I was gonna get up and work out, and I did. And then I did it again and over again. And that compounding benefit is that you start to have zero doubt that you can accomplish whatever you want, that you can get up because it's important to you and you've done it so many times, you've built that habit. You become more and more confident in your ability to take on anything and be successful with it as well. And that's where we take this, this habit and we turn it into results outside of fitness. It's easy to get the fitness results because we're here and this is kind of the fun part, right? We're doing it together. We're making progress. Good morning, Tasharia. The hard part is taking this clarity and not going and wasting it, right? Taking this physical clarity and mental clarity that comes as a result of getting some intensity, getting the heart rate elevated. And what we want to use that for is our progress, is our most important work towards our most important goals, as opposed to going and squandering it with some scrolling or, putting junk food in our body or going back to bed or whatever. So take this time, and what we do is we take 1 hour every day, because if you compound that activity over a year or 3 years or 5 years or 10 years, you can be anywhere you want. If you just work on that thing over and over again, think about in your life a skill that you have or something that you know really well. It came from practice. It came from consistent effort over time for you to build up that knowledge or skill to be able to be very good at that thing. And then that can happen for anything. So you just define what it is that you want and then start working towards it. And over time, you're going to get better and better. So 1 hour every day towards that homework, easy. All right, let's see what we got yesterday. Oh, we got some tractor work. So I showed you that last load of hay bales that we got the other day. I had to get them off the trailer so that the farmer could come back and pick up his hay wagon. So this is the switching of implements. Obviously, I don't pick up the hay bales with the bucket, so the bucket needs to be removed. And you'll see this is, a little bit of functional fitness here. I probably do some of these things inefficiently. They could all be done with the tractor, but even so, in and out of the tractor multiple times, just climbing up. This is physical work. This is physical work. So there are a number of things here that if I'm not capable, if I'm not physically fit, then I'm not going to be able to do certain of these things. So removing the bucket. There's some Tractor Pro now. Getting better. Then we'll get out of the way and swing in way too fast for this guy. And this is where my stubbornness kind of kicks in. I should just use the tractor and get up there and get it on, but this bale spear is light enough that I'm just going to pick it up, get it on there by hand. So it does add one more trip in and out of the tractor, but it's on there pretty good. Get it on there, and then you got to lock it in. So one more trip out of the tractor. Make sure those are locked in. And then we're going to unload bales. I was watching this yesterday and it kind of made me a little nauseous to watch, so there's your fair warning. We got a little POV unloading of hay bales, and if you notice, if you watch very closely, every time I put one down, Maple jumps from the other ones onto the new one. So she's inspecting the bales. I think partially just because the farmer that we got them from has a dog, and she probably just smells the dog and the cows and whatever on there. but she was doing her job of inspecting the bales. And there we go. Here, a couple slow squats. Look at that. So that is, oh, I want to say it's our last load, but I feel like it's maybe not. And then I think I've got one more that for some reason I took vertically. Here's the dog doing her thing on the hay bales. She seems to love them, and now she's here inspecting. And watch her clamber up those things. She loves it. She doesn't always do an efficient job. Oh, that was a good one. But half the time she'll kind of jump up halfway and get caught there and then clamber up. Let's see one more. Drag her off. Hi, neighbor dog. Go on, climb back up, dog. Show them how you climb up. There. Messing up our hay, dog. So, that is, I don't know if there's another one here. No, that's that. There you are, Maple. Can you see you? That's cute, huh? I don't think she quite understands. I don't think she's looking. All right, team. We did it. Day 326 or something. Small team, but best team. You guys are fantastic. So, tomorrow is Monday, so we'll have another good intensity day tomorrow. Make sure you get out there and enjoy your family. Do your homework. Have yourselves a fantastic day. Remember, this is all about building the life that is best for you. So go and make that progress. Make it happen. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out, working out, pushing yourselves early in the morning. Building discipline with us. So, quick shout outs to all our, well, only a few of you. Shout out to Sharia, Jody, Frank, and Mr. Terry. You guys have a fantastic day. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button on the way out. And love you guys. Peace.